All right, so today's challenge is to think about some of the most frustrating, heartbreaking, angry moments in our lives, the things that are really pissing us off, and then to sort of put your comedian hat on and find out what's humorous in them. Think about how you would think about them if you were trying to find the humor in them, if you were trying to look at the absurdity. One of the things that Seneca talks about, he talks about the difference between two philosophers, Heraclitus and Democritus. And Heraclitus would go out in the world and cry, and Democritus would laugh. And he says, life can make you cry all the time, or you can just laugh about it. You can just find humor. And actually, this was something I was watching, I think, Comedians in Cars with Coffee, the Jerry Seinfeld show. And one of the comedians was talking about how he could see that Jerry Seinfeld actually was a pretty angry person, but that he channeled that anger into his comedy. He would see something funny or ridiculous or absurd, and instead of letting that bother him because of how illogical it was or stupid it was or poorly thought out the airplane snacks were, or the slogan, or the way this was set up or that, Jerry Seinfeld focuses on what's ridiculous about it, what's funny, what's absurd. And so focusing on being able to see your own life from a slight distance and look at the comedy of it is going to help you realize that none of this should be taken that seriously. And look, as sort of a bonus for today, if you just watch some comedy, if you just actively make adding humor to your life an important priority, I think it's going to help you with your anger too, because you kind of pick up that sensibility by osmosis. So don't think of Stoicism as this dour thing, this repression of emotions. No, it's about channeling those emotions into more productive ends. It's about seeing things differently. Look, one of the Stoics actually died from laughing too hard. He was an old man. It's kind of an absurd story. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But again, don't think of the Stoics as humorless. They loved humor, they loved laughing, they loved joy, and that was partly how they got through how hard life can be. And I think that's great for us as well.